Morning, guys.
Why?
Happy it is Friday today.
Yeah.
But we are not going to work today.
Nope.
Where are we going?
We are going to London town.
London town, the first trip of the year.
Yeah, I think it is.
Wait till June.
Yeah, unfortunately, like we said in the last videos, we just haven't had a chance to get back to London. But this one has been planned for a while. So yes, as you've probably seen from the title and the thumbnail, we are going to be doing a historic pubs of London kind of vlog.
Oh, I'm so freaking excited.
Yeah, we've found so many pubs and we haven't even scratched the surface yet.
Yeah.
And we've had to narrow that down to about 8. Because
Yeah.
that's all we can fit in this time. So we've got 8 historic pubs for different history reasons throughout London. So we've got to do a lot of train hopping and moving around and all that kind of stuff. So essentially the whole plan is we go there, we have a look at it, we give you a little bit of history on the pub, we have half a pint because if we have full pints we'll be pissed before we get to the evening.
And we can't afford that.
So we'll have in halves.
And if you do like this video, obviously a like and subscribe and share, but also it could be a future series that we can do.
Yeah, because
exploring London's historical pubs.
Yes, because we've found so many already and there's still plenty more to find. So we could easily get plenty of videos like this out there.
Shout out to Tweedy Pubs. Find the link in the description below. He's been a big inspiration.
Yeah.
He is quite a traditional pub goer. He loves the architecture. He explains it so well. And we're just addicted to him now.
It's just really nice to find out the information. He really does his research and finding out when it was first built and everything in census maps and all this kind of stuff. He knows about the architecture. He knows about certain parts about the pubs and everything.
Yeah.
But he's a very traditionalist. He
doesn't like that
doesn't like the modern stuff and everything. I can't imagine he'll like a brewdog.
No, God. No.
Yeah, but he likes traditional pubs and everything. But it is very interesting to find that information out because there is a lot of historic pubs out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been one of the main inspirations for why we want to do this.
So it be that time now. We need to get on that train, that choo-choo, get on down to London town, get to that first pub.
2 hours later.
We have arrived. It was sweaty and warm, and it's warmer than we thought it would be.
It is warm. We never get used to how warm it is in London.
No. Someone packed 2 jumpers.
Yeah. I've had a costume change already.
Yeah. Comfortability is the key here.
Indeed.
So we've already had breakfast. We went to the breakfast club. We both had chicken and bacon and waffles.
Yes. It was okay.
Yeah, it was nice, but it was a bit dry. It said there was gravy, but there was barely any gravy to be seen on it. So it needed a sauce or a syrup or something to make it less dry. So
it was a bit dry.
I'm going to go 3 out of 5.
I'm going to go for the same. The place was really cool. It's 80s, very nostalgic. The coffee was really nice as well. But yeah, just the breakfast, it was just a bit dry. We like it swimming in syrup. Yeah, so yeah, 3 out of 5 for the breakfast. But it's got us started and we've walked over now to our first pub of the day. Indeed.
We'll be heading in a few minutes once it's open. It is the Grapes, which is in Canary Wharf. And
wow, it's on Limehouse Basin.
Limehouse Basin, and one of the leaseholders is Sir Ian Mckellens. So we'll tell you more about that when we get inside.
Imagine if he was there.
Oh, if only.
Cheers, all the best.
Cheers, all the best. From the Grapes.
From the Grapes. I've got a little half of Levelhead IPA.
I've just gone for an Aspel to kick things off.
Because he's not beer drinker.
No.
Not beer drinker.
We've only got one mic because I've lost one.
Yeah, we don't know where it's gone. I've had a look. It's somewhere in the Grapes. It is lost forever, I think.
Speaking of the Grapes, it's a really cool place. And we need to give you a little bit of history about it. The Grapes is a tavern of dropsical appearance. The Grapes originally was called the Bunch of Grapes and has stood here at the Limehouse Reach for nearly 500 years. In 1661, Samuel Pepys' diary records his trip to the lime kilns and jetty just along from the Grapes. In 1820, the young Charles Dickens visited his godfather in Limehouse and knew the district well for 40 years. The Grapes appears scarcely disguised in the opening chapter of his novel Our Mutual Friend. Other popular writers have been fascinated by the Limehouse. Oscar Wilde, Dorian Gray, Arthur Conan Doyle, who sent Sherlock Holmes in search of opium provided by the local Chinese immigrants. The Grapes survived the Blitz bombing of the Second World War and retains the friendly atmosphere of local for Limehouse residents, where visitors are always welcome in the bars and upstairs room. The leaseholder is a name we should all know extremely well, Sir Ian Mckellens, Gandalf and Magneto, who does occasionally pop in for a pint. There's even Gandalf's staff behind the bar from The Hobbit, and also there is a statue of the wizard at the back of the pub. One of the most desired places to sit in this pub is the little kind of alcoved corner bit in the front of the bar with the glass etching and the really nice chandelier above. Just a really nice cosy place to sit and have a pint.
It has a jetty where you can look out onto the River Thames. The statue in the Thames is Another Time. It is a life-size figure by the well-known sculptor Anthony Gormley, creator of the iconic Angel of the North. The piece was rumoured to be acquired by Sir Ian Mckellen and now takes pride of place out the back of the pub. It's a Grade 2 listed building. So on our visit, the tide was going out, and you can really tell with the statue, it's just sticking up, just floating. But usually when the tide is in, it laps at the feet of the statue, so it's like it's walking on water. So you can see how much the tide rises and falls. I spoke to the lady and gentleman behind the bar. I said, I bet you get asked this all the time, but when was Ian last in? He's very busy in Theatreland at the moment. Still, I mean, how old is he? 80?
85, I think.
Still working, grinding hard. But apparently he likes to come in on the Monday night quiz.
Yeah, that's interesting
That's
for anybody
cute.
that's local.
So we're just sat here in the front bar. We went out, obviously had a look out the back. The view is amazing. You just have a juxtaposition of this oldie worldy pub, and then like Canary Wharf, literally like to the left. The tide's gone out quite far. I don't know if we're going to be able to go down the steps and show you because it is locked off, probably because it is still quite high tide. I love it. What a lovely feeling it is.
Yeah, it's a really nice, chilled, kind of traditional little pub. It's cosy.
It is cosy. I bet this is lovely on a winter's evening.
It is. Christmas time will be well.
Oh yeah, you can get food here. Yeah, they've got like their traditional like fish and chips, and they've got some mussels as well, which you would love. But yeah, we're just sat here with our little pints. No children allowed ever in here.
That's a bonus.
Cheese, all the best. Cheers, all the best.
Cheers. The Prospect of Whitby.
Little Arthur Camden Ales.
Yeah, little Camden Ales.
So it's Green King Pub. So
yes, so this.
Quite a nice wide selection.
Yes, there's a decent selection. Nice Green King Pub, and let's dive into a little bit of history.
The Prospect of Whitby is London's oldest riverside pub, dating back to 1520. Its original flagstone floor survives, and the pub also has rare pewter topped bar, as well as old barrels and ship masts built into the structure. Most areas of the pub have spectacular views over the River Thames, including the beer garden and the first floor balcony and terrace. The pub was originally frequented by those involved in life on the river and sea, and it was a notorious haunt for smugglers, thieves and pirates. Other notable customers have been Charles Dickens, always, Samuel Pepys, Judge Jeffreys and artists Whistler and Turner.
The tavern was formerly known as the Pelican and later the Devil's Tavern on account of its dubious reputation. There's even a hangman's noose out the back that pays homage to its sketchy past. Following a fire in the early 19th century, the tavern has been rebuilt and renamed the Prospect of Whitby. It is now part of the Green King Brewery. We are going to apologise for being so sweaty, but it's a muggy day, considering it's meant to rain today.
It's really muggy, really muggy. So it's about a 20-minute walk from the Grapes.
The feel of the place,
Oh,
I love it.
funky.
It's really like nautical, which is like one of our favourite things.
I think that's why we like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a big pub. We haven't even had a look on the terrace yet, have we?
No, I think we might pop out there in a bit.
But we did go down Pelican Stairs.
Yeah.
I think they used to be called Wapping Stairs or something like that anyway. And there was a school trip down there, and they were like finding bits and bobs really from the Thames. So I thought, I'll have a look. Found 2 bones and like a joint. Not
with the bones
not
of villains.
not a joint, but like a joint of something. They look like ribs to me.
They were thrown in the cut.
So I blessed them. I said, God bless, rest in peace, and put them back. I don't want that bad juju following me.
I do think that the noose is really, really cool. Like that's a good thing to add in. And the tide is out at that point, so we were able to get some decent footage of the other frontage, like the riverside front. So yeah, it's really cool. It's a great pub. It really is.
I don't think that's where people were hung. I think
No. It's just symbolic.
Yeah. I think they were hung a bit further down.
Yeah.
To ward off the pirates.
It's a sketchy place here.
I think I want to go and have a look on the terrace because I'm sweating my tits off. So we sat outside in what they call the secret garden. It was lovely. It was like being on holiday. We were just sitting by the river, watching the boats go by. And then we saw the stone, very old stone, that marks the boundary between Wapping and Limehouse.
Cheers.
Cheers, all the best from the Blind Beggar.
So I just got myself a little recorder leg because fuck it. And Sarah decided to go for the
Balloon Pale.
This has a little bit of eeriness to it, doesn't it?
This has got bad vibes in here, guys.
Yeah, it's a weird vibe. Yeah.
I mean, we are sat right above the bullet holes, and it's nearing us. A bit rough.
It is a bit weird. I think we'll try and make this history as quick as possible.
Yeah.
The Blind Beggar is a pub on Whitechapel Road in Whitechapel in the East End of London. It's notable as the former brewery tab of the Man's Abalone Brewery, I think I'm saying that right, where the first modern brown ale was brewed. The pub was built in 1894 on the site of an inn and has been established before 1654, and it takes its name from the legend of Henry de Montfort. In the legend of the Blind Beggar, Henry de Montfort was wounded and lost his sight in the Battle of Evesham in 1265 and was nursed to health by a baroness, and together they had a child and named it Bessie. He became the Blind Beggar of Bethnal Green and used it to beg at the crossroads.
Ronnie Kray, this is what we're here for. On the 9th of March 1966, Cornell and his friend Albie Woods entered the Blind Beggar pub, ordered some light ales and then sat upon stools next to the bar. At around 9:30 p.m, both men were approached by Ronnie Kray and a Kray associate, Ian Barry. Upon seeing them, Cornell smiled and said, "Well, just look who's here," as a warning to the barmaid and the few others in the pub. Barry fired 2 shots into the ceiling while Kray walked towards Cornell, took out a 9mm Luger and calmly shot him once in the forehead, just above his right eye. The men turned and departed to a waiting car on the street. Kray was sentenced to life imprisonment for the murder 3 years later and remained in Broadmoor Hospital until his death in 1995. A good thing is, there's a fucking plus on the bar.
Yes.
So there's 2 cats here, Ronnie and Reggie. I don't know which one's at the bar, but there's only one at the moment, and he is sleeping. I had a tiny little fuss.
A little bit of fuss.
I didn't want to wake him up.
The bone lines.
It's the 360.
Quite interesting. You're not sure you like it?
It tastes like caramel.
Tasted better.
I don't mind a lager. It just tastes like caramel. How much was 2 hours?
7.5.
Just because it's
Beavertown. Time for some history about the Dickens Inn. Dickens Inn is an original warehouse building near Tower Bridge and the Tower of London. Dating back to the 18th century, it is thought to have been built in the early 1700s as a tea factory or a local brewery. Years later, it was converted into a local tavern with sawdust-strewn floors, and no bottled or canned beer would have been stocked. Diners also enjoyed candlelit meals on the balconies. This practice has been phased out due to modern fire safety regulations.
The original building stood just east of its current location. In the 1820s, its timber frame was encased in a more modern brick shell to make the warehouse conform to the architectural style of St Catherine's Docks, masterminded by the highly celebrated Scottish civil engineer Thomas Telford. In May 1976, the Dickens Inn was opened by the grandson of Charles Dickens, Cedric Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens was particularly fond of the Thames side and East London, with his work being stocked with characters and scenes memorably linked with the area.
When we went for our visit, the Euros were currently on, which explains why we had so many different flags all over the front of the pub. But it does add a lot more colour to it as well. If it wasn't already colourful enough with all the troughs of flowers all across the balconies, which is definitely one of the coolest parts of the pub. They also had plenty of beer on tap when we went as well, including ones called Dockside, Dickens Gold, and Young's Original. However, we went for that new lager from Beavertown, and we kind of regretted it because it just ended up tasting a little bit of a fresher version of Carlsberg or Carling, so nothing special to write home about there. Not only does the pub itself look really awesome, it's just decked out really, really beautifully, but because it's right next to the dockside as well, it's just a nice outlook as well, especially on a nice summer's day like this. That is a full pint.
Didn't mean to.
So cheers from the Lamb Tavern. Nice little part of Camden. So yeah, now we're going to give you a little bit of history. Hopefully you can hear us.
It's buzzing in here.
Yeah, absolutely buzzing. The Lamb Tavern is at the heart of Lendal Market, rebuilt in 1880 to 1881 to the designs of Horace Jones, the architect and surveyor of the City of London. Once bustling with market traders, porters and their customers, the market is now more of a series of gentrified boutiques, but its pub is still a vibrant place to visit.
The external glazing has lots of etched glass, including a large corner panel with the words W. Pardy Wine and Spirit Merchant, and door glass naming the former rooms within. Just inside the right-hand door is a large tiled panel from the prolific firm of W.B. Simpson and Son, dated March 1889. As the inscription says, it shows Sir Christopher Wren in 1671 explaining the plans for the monument to those gathered around, including a puzzled lady in a carriage attended by the black servant boy.
The cellar bar, which is Old Tom's Bar, is a warren of spaces under depressed red brick jack arches and is notable for its cream and green tiling. The atmospheric cellar bar is a 19th century tiled walls offering craft beers and artisan bites. The rest of the fittings and arrangements are modern, including the mezzanine floor. The Lendal Market is also the location of the entrance to the Leaky Cauldron pub, which is in the Harry Potter series. So, what do you think of the pub so far?
Well, when we walked up, it is really busy outside. Like, everyone's just come out of office now, I suppose. It's 5:30. So we're right next to like the Sky Garden, quite a lot of modern buildings. So everyone's just come out of work. I thought, oh no. But as soon as you come in, it's a bit quieter.
Yeah, there's more people outside than there is inside. So we just went upstairs.
Yeah, we're sat on the lovely little mezzanine, just overlooking. This is really good for people watching. There's pictures of King Charles pulling a pint and the Queen Mother pulling a pint. So surrounding area as well is
cool. Really cool.
You can really tell it was inspiration for Diagon Alley.
Yeah, it was one of the inspirations, wasn't it?
Yeah, really nice Victorian architecture. Bustling little place.
Cheers.
Cheers, all this. Little bit of extra Mason Memories history for you. As you can see behind me is the monument statue? Monument. So we are on Monument Street, and just round there is Pudding Lane. Now, they always say that Pudding Lane is where the Great Fire of London 1666 started, from a baker's. We watched a lovely little documentary with Rob L., Dan Jones, and some other lady, I can't remember the name of her. And they defunct it and actually mapped it out that it started right there. The way that they did that is, if this was to lay down, it would reach about here. So not necessarily on Pudding Lane, it's actually on Monument Street. There you go. A little bit of Mason Memories history. Good night. God bless. Not really. We're going to the next pub. Come on then. We have a strawberry beer,
Yeah.
Samuel Smith.
So, cheers from the city of York.
I'm glad we left this one to last of the first day. So we're just going to chill. But before we chill, should we go through some history?
Yeah, let's give you some history of the city of York. This is a really cool place. I do like this one a lot.
The City of York is a Grade 2 listed public house on London's High Holborn and is listed on CAMRA's National Inventory of Historic Pub Interiors. This is one of the great interwar pubs and draws nostalgically on the traditions of Tudor Merry England. It was rebuilt in 1923 to 1924 to replace a shop owned by Hackney & Co., a famous London wine merchant. The tall, narrow facade, no doubt fossilising the plan of an ancient plot, has elegant Tudor detail.
Although the current building is a rebuilding of the 1920s, the buildings on this site have been pubs since 1430. Some features include the Hennike's Long Bar, located in the Grand Hall-like back room, a late Georgian or Regency era triangular metal stove and Victorian-style cubicles. The pub is owned by the Samuel Smith's Brewery. One of the cool things about it being owned by Sam Smith's is that everything is owned by Sam Smith's. Every single piece of alcohol and non-alcoholic drinks, everything is Sam Smith's, down to Coca-Cola to water, the lot. So it does add a real kind of cool vibe to it, that it feels different to any other pub. One of the things we also really liked about this pub as well is all these booths, these Tudor kind of booths, all the way down the right and left hand side, either side of the bar. They're just really cool things to just kind of sit and kind of cozy place to kind of relax.
So we're going to hunker down now. That's it for day one of the London History Pub Crawl. We are fucking knackered.
Yeah, so we're literally just going to get some food from downstairs and then we're going to bed. Yeah, it's comfy.
Shower in the morning.
Yeah, so we'll see you in about 3 seconds, bright and early, for the next day for a couple of more pubs on our pub tour.
The next day.
And with that, it is a brand new day. A couple more pubs to be seen.
Only a couple more.
Yeah.
But we're up. We've slept well in our room. Beautiful room. Definitely recommend.
Yeah, really, really nice. Nice bed, nice shower. Toilet seat's a bit wobbly.
Oh, well, I did fall down the toilet, so it's all right.
Tea and coffee making facilities, hairdryer, had a coffee machine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is helpful.
And the bed was hella comfy.
Yeah, the bed was very, very comfortable. Nice prints behind us as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah, I love the style of the place, and it has air conditioning. And also, we went and had food last night, and you get a third off your meal when you stay here.
Yeah, so we both had burgers last night. I had one with brisket on, and you had one with blue cheese and bacon on. Yeah.
Oh yes,
both really good.
Really
Really good, and reasonably priced in London as well.
I was really impressed. Like, their beef was aged. Like, you could taste
really
that
good.
aged beef, and like just all the ingredients. The pickles were fresh.
Fries were great.
Yeah, like really good food.
Yeah, so I mean, I'd go 5 out of 5 for that.
I would go 5 out of 5.
It's a great burger.
And you got a third off.
Yeah, fucking banging.
This place is quite buzzing. It's got all sorts here. It's got a club room. It's got like comedy. It's got a bar. It's got restaurant. Yeah, it's a really good place. Zone 3, so cheaper.
Yeah, we also have a nice little view of the train station as well.
Yeah, some people might not like that, but we love that.
do.
I've just watched the trains this morning. But we're up and at 'em, we're getting out. It rained today.
Yeah.
Do warn you.
Yeah, it's going to be rain, but we've got 2 more pubs to see. Just going to grab some breakfast quickly from somewhere, and then we're going to see you in a few seconds at the next pub.
Cheers from the Black Friar.
Mm.
Cheers, all the best. Got a special guest.
An extra microphone, which I found at the bottom of the bag. It had fallen in. So,
told you it's at
there
the
you
bottom
go.
of the bag. Told
Yeah,
you.
never mind.
Told you. It's very busy.
Yeah, like it's literally like just gone 12. They were half an hour late opening, and like it's absolutely rammed already. And the place looks. I see why, because the place looks incredible.
It's so Art Deco.
Yeah.
Just
Really old style, all the marble and everything, all the etchings of the friars and everything on all over
got
the
like
place.
stories like all around. So
Yeah.
you've got like Saturday afternoon, what they do on a Saturday afternoon. Behind us, we've got like what they do for the carol service.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, a bit windswept and interesting. It's quite windy.
Yeah.
But we'll go into a little bit of the history of the place for you.
Yeah.
Built on the site of a Dominican friary, the curious building was redesigned by architect Herbert Fuller Clark in around 1905, with most of the internal decoration provided by the artists Henry Poole and sculptor Frederick Calcott. Their commitment to free-thinking arts and craft movement can still be seen in our sculptures, mosaics, and relics, all depicting jolly friars.
Added in 1917 to 1921, the snack bar sits under the neighbouring railway line, providing a popular attraction with its barrel-vaulted ceiling.
So we can't go into that because it is just dining only.
Yeah, so we can't get in there. So if I can get a couple of snaps online, I will post them on top of this right now so you can see what it looks like.
Yeah, because they're quite strict in here. Because it's so busy, some people have just walked in there to try and get a seat, and they've been told, no, if you're eating, you can go in there.
But honestly, it's not a big pub.
No.
It's a tiny little thing right on the corner, and just how they've managed to pack all this stuff in here to make it look so good.
It is very different because I don't think it's particularly old, not compared to where we're going next. It's all arts and crafts movement, which I think is early 1900s, isn't it? Arts and crafts. But it just looks really old because of obviously all the jolly friars.
It's certainly one of the best pubs I've been to, based on the fact that like just the design of it is just so unique compared to everything else I've been to.
It reminds me very much of the bar in Birmingham.
Bacchus.
Bacchus.
Yeah, there's got like
that's
themes.
Very Greek, isn't it?
Yeah, well, then they've got Greek, Egyptian, and then another one. They've got 3 themes in one place.
Yeah,
Greek, Egyptian, and medieval.
It's just very beautiful. It's in Nicholson's pub, so
yeah,
I think quite reasonably priced. How much for 2 halves? I've got a Peroni.
£7, I think, and I got a Western cider. So what do you expect?
Yeah, but they do food as well.
Yeah, they do. So we're just going to enjoy this and then head to our final pub of the
final destination.
Final destination.
Oh God!
Cheers.
Cheers.
There was a guy named.
So we're having some organic cherry fruit beer.
Cherry fruit. Same as what we had
yesterday, but cherry. Yeah. So cheers on the Cheshire Cheese. So we've literally got like 5 minutes before we're going for lunch here. So we're going to go for our lunch, and then we're going to give you full history of the old Cheshire Cheese. You got it in one go? I didn't. My glass looks bigger than yours.
There you go. Little goblet.
I've still got a little bit left to go.
Little goblet.
So, cheers.
Cheers.
So yeah, like I said, we're going for food in a minute. So as soon as we're done with food, we'll give you a breakdown of like history and everything.
Sit maybe down in the cellar.
Yeah, if there's room, we'll head down there. In a moment.
Sweaty once again.
Yep, it's a sweaty day.
We are in the cellars.
Yeah, just finishing off our drink.
Cheshire cheese.
So for food, I had the famous steak and kidney suet pudding with mash, which was really, really, really good. And you had?
I had the rump of lamb with triple cooked chips, watercress, and a tomato.
It was really good.
Really hearty.
Really hearty and flavourful.
Yeah.
I really quite liked it. The kidneys had peperiness too. It was really quite nice. But I give that 5 out of 5. I thought it was really, really nice.
I'd give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Only purely.
You needed mayo.
Yeah. That is the only thing.
Yeah.
And the lamb was a little bit overcooked. But it was really tasty lamb, and the ambiance.
Yeah, it was
Sold it.
really nice inside the chop house side of things. We were really lucky that we were sitting right where Charles Dickens.
Yeah, and Samuel Pepys as well. That's where he was.
Really interesting. I'm glad we were able to sit there.
It's so relaxing in this pub.
Yeah,
there's like
so chilled.
it's
and
like
it's low light and cozy.
Yeah,
Imagine
it's
it Christmas here.
Don't Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol.
Anyway,
Let's give you some history of the Old Cheshire Cheese.
Ye Olde Cheshire Cheese.
So Ye Olde Cheshire Cheese is one of London's few remaining 17th century chop houses. The site formed part of the 13th century Carmelite monastery, and since 1538 a pub has stood here. The medieval pub was rebuilt in about 1667 after the Great Fire of London in 1666.
This place is a historic gem of a pub on Fleet Street, on the edge of the City of London. The pub was rebuilt in 1667 after the original one burnt down by the Great Fire of London. Over the past 355 years, the cheese has been frequented by numerous figures: Dr. Samuel Johnson, Mark Twain, W.B. Yeats, and Charles Dickens, who even featured it in his novel A Tale of Two Cities.
The pub is a delightful labyrinth of different rooms: front bar, chop house restaurant, Cheshire bar, Williams rooms, Johnson bar, and the Great Cellar Bar. And also, we didn't realise with the cellar bar that it goes even further down to the little bit that we did see, into a massive open bit with a bar at the bottom as well, which we were absolutely shocked by. It really is a labyrinth.
It's now part of the Samuel Smith's Brewery, with plenty of beers on tap, including Alpine Lager, Organic Wheat Beer, Extra Stout, Old Brewery Bitter, Taddy Lager, and plenty more.
So there you go. That's the history. I hope that was informational.
I can just imagine Charles Dickens here, like just
chilling out,
chilling,
big pipe, just popping away, and then just with a nice a bitter or an ale.
I don't know. I think he'd have like a little glass of red wine
or a bit of sherry.
Yeah, brandy or something. Little brandy. Just like,
yeah.
I'm going to write the Muppets Christmas Carol. I'm only joking. I know it's not a Muppets Christmas Carol.
It's the best one. It's the best iteration. Because how do you make a Christmas Carol one of the greatest stories ever about? You make it a Muppets Christmas Carol.
You can feel the history in here. This has a really nice feeling.
It does.
I could literally go to sleep in here. It's like relaxing and comforting and just... And it's not too busy. I thought it'd be rammed in here like Black Friars. But no, I love this one. I think this is one of my favourites.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great pub. So much going on in here.
Expensive.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but it's London, isn't it?
No, but I mean, this is a Samuel Smith pub. We went to one yesterday at the City of York. We had 2 of the fruit beers. That was £14.60. We come here, it's £16.60 for 2 bottles of beer.
Yeah, it's a lot. So this is why we've made these last.
They're really warmed out. Oh wow, it's all part of the experience.
Absolutely.
This is the end. Done all 8. I didn't think we'd do all 8.
Yeah, we absolutely smashed it.
Yeah, so if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, we really hope you enjoyed this kind of slightly different vlog that we usually do. It's less of a travel one, more for kind of history and informational one. Mm-hmm. There's so many more pubs in London that we want to do.
Oh, thousands.
But we think if this video does well, let us know down in the comments, like and all that kind of stuff. And if you enjoy it and it does well, then I think maybe we'll do another one like this in the future. There's already a list of pubs we didn't get onto this one that we could easily make another video of.
And any recommendations as well of historic pubs that you know that would be of interest to us, yeah, pop it in the comments below. We'd love to have a look and feature it in a video.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's it for our historic pub crawl in London. We really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share. Make sure you find us on all of the socials. Find us on
TikTok.
And find us on
Buy me a beer or coffee.
Buy me a brandy.
Buy me a brandy.
And if we don't see you before, guys,
we will see you after.
Bye.
Okay.